want to see something that's going to change for people who are in their careers today. I want to see how my career, how your career is going to be able to go forward. We can't wait for organizations to become gender neutral.
At Ungaretti & Harris, I served as the managing partner. I was on the compensation committee and I was on the executive committee.
My name's Andrea Kramer and everybody calls me Andie. And I've been a lawyer for many years now, not as many as Al.
Women are dropping out at far greater percentages than men. Women are not succeeding nearly as far or as fast as men. The statistics are all too familiar.
Often I would say that if you slapped a lie detector test onto these people who say that they are totally bias-free, they would pass the lie detector test. They truly believe that they are bias-free. The reality is they're not. And so what we're going to get to soon and talk about and hopefully have some conversations about are what we can do to deal with this fact.
It's a two-sided issue, and that's one of the things that we're going to keep emphasizing today. That sure, there's a biased, sexist culture that this woman has to confront, but part of the answer to that is how the woman behaves. And part of what we want to emphasize, part of what Andie and my book is largely about, is what women can do when they're confronted with precisely this sort of bias.
I'm not suggesting that women have to be like men, that women need to speak like men. What I'm suggesting is that women and men tend to have different communication styles. Not everybody, but there's a tendency. And so what we can do is by understanding this and understanding these differences and where they come from and what they mean, we can be more effective communicators.
Women, I think, are conditioned to say yes far more easily than men are. When you're asked to get onto the social committee, when you're asked to do the jobs, when you're asked to organize the meeting, women's tendency is to say yes, of course. Men's tendency is to say, no, I'm too busy.
How we perceive each other is hardwired in many ways. Not hardwired that we can't change it, but hardwired so that we start from a particular place by the time we're 3, 4, or 5 years old. So obviously, we're getting socialized and we're getting sent messages about who we're supposed to be. By the time a girl is 5 years old, she's already playing out many of the stereotypes that we're going to go over tonight. But for example, Stephanie, you are such a great ballerina. And Stephanie's already been trained that what she's going to do is she's going to say, oh yeah, but Margaret's a better gymnast than I am. We start deflecting praise. Little boys, yeah, I am a rock star. So glad you noticed. With stereotypes and biases, it's not just worrying about helping women understand how they can communicate better, but it's also understanding how the people who they communicate with are hearing them. And so one of the things that we've been working on is trying to find a way to allow women to think about what they need to, conversations that they need to have with themselves about their environment, about their situation, which then allows them to feel comfortable in navigating gender stereotypes.
How many women do you have in line positions, not staff positions? How many women are on the negotiating team? How many women are charged with the new product development? It's not how many women you hire. It's not how many women you put through your training programs. It's how many women you assign to the things that matter.